Your interim head coach is Bill Callahan. That's somebody who you know well. Talk about what you expect from Coach Callahan.
Well, I think it starts with the attention to detail, man. I've been around a lot of football in my life, and just dealing with playing for him. It's the attention to detail, man. He doesn't care who it is, who you are, highest paid. It doesn't matter, man. He's going to treat you all the same, and it's the attention to detail, man. We're all going to be on the same page, man. It doesn't matter. I remember, last year when we had the whole offensive line turnaround, everybody was getting banged up and hurt. He didn't, one thing about Callahan is that it doesn't matter who's suiting up. They're all going to be attention to detail. They might not be, athletically as good as like a Brandon Sheriff or, a Trent Williams, but, as in assignment-wise, it's going to get done.
Let's talk about what happened on the field yesterday. Offensive line perspective, you guys gave up 6 sacks. The Patriots, we knew, really good defense. What was happening there for Colt McCoy where he faced so much pressure?
You just look at their defense, man. They're a very well coached team. Their schemes, their schematics. And a lot of their sacks come off of stunt games. And when you're missing, two Pro Bowlers on the offensive line, and you're missing your starting center, and you got a rookie playing right guard. When you get in passing downs, it's hard to go up against that because they play well together. They're a well-sound team, and it showed. But honestly, we gotta be better, man. Our communication has to be better. We have to the penalties, man. I say it every week to you guys, man.
Right.
Like, the penalties, man. Even if they're not penalties, and I say that laughing because it's just some of these things are just ridiculous, man. But
well, I wanted to ask you about Morgan. I'm sorry to interrupt. I wanted to ask you about that sequence. I can't remember what point of the game it was, but you guys were
it was in the second quarter.
Second quarter, and you guys are deep in your own territory. I think it was after the Montana.
Yes, sir.
And then you guys had, I want to say it was 4 consecutive penalties called on you, but they declined one of them, so it ended up just being 3. And Donald Penn was going nuts. I think you got called for one, but you were unhappy. Talk about those penalties, and did you agree with them? Were they valid? What were you saying? Give me that.
At the end of the day, man, it's just at the end of the day, it's one of those things that sucks, man. Like they call a false start on me, and you look at the screen. I didn't even move, so a lot of those things. You got the Patriots. Obviously the guy that I think the referee that actually threw the flag was on the Patriots sideline. So it's like you got their coaches yelling in the referee's ear, and the referees, he has to make a decision. And I'm like, well, you look at you look at the jumbotron, I didn't even move, and then you got, we're trying to get on the ball and go on the speed. We call it a speed break, quick, snap the ball real quick, and one of our young receivers is not set. It's just it's a hard pill to swallow, man, because it's as a football player and as one of the players out there, man. It's like, what do you do when these referees are calling BS, throughout the game, and then you see, the other team, the opposing team's guys do the same thing, and it's like, well, they're not getting called, and it's just like one of those things where, like, I've never seen 4 or 5 penalties called in a row in my life at all. So I'm not saying all of them are not our fault, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, man, it's just like, it's a hard pill to swallow, man. Obviously, you got to keep yourself out of those down and distance because, obviously it hurts the team.
Hey, Morgan, I don't know what you're doing the rest of the day, but make sure you get a battery for that fire alarm.
Yeah, is that what's happening?
Do you have a parakeet? Do you have a parakeet? Please tell me you do.
I think it's a fire alarm chirping like every 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, what is that noise in the background?
Oh, no, that's my stem machine.
Your stem machine.
Okay.
Ah.
Getting some treatment.
Yeah. I'm doing some rehab while I'm on the phone with you guys.
Yeah, see, he's trying to get better.
You
guys are Jonas.
You were
multitasking.
You were doing the same thing last week, too, because we heard it last week.
Yeah. Every morning I wake up and I'm doing some rehab before I go in, man.
Uh-huh.
Man.
All right,
He's trying to get his body right.
I was gonna say if it was your smoke detector and you hadn't changed it in a week, that's probably
It sounds
enough.
like a smoke detector. Joined by Morgan.
Hey, I'm on a tight schedule,
Hey,
man. So
I
every
understand.
morning at 8 o'clock, I start my own rehab before I go in, man.
Hey, I'm glad you cleared it up.
Morgan, let me ask you about the running game. Once again, you weren't able to establish it. I know in the past you've talked about situational football and you haven't been able to run the football. But obvious passing downs. First half you're in the game. You're in the game.
Yeah.
Sims takes it to the house. At the end of halftime, you're in the game. But once again, you haven't been able to get that running game going. What are you seeing on film?
And it's all 11, man. Honestly, it's all 11 guys, man. Like we have. I said it before, man. It takes the receivers, the tight ends, the offensive line, the running back to hit the hole, and that's the thing, man. I think bringing talent, just playing for Callahan as an offensive line coach, man. We're so detailed in the attention of details of hat placement, who we have to go to. We know that breaking the huddle. And so I know a lot of the things that he's going to clean up is like the attention to details. The receivers coming down and blocking the safety, the extra hat in the box, and things like that. And then obviously, like I said, man, we can't allow ourselves, to get back like that. Like I think when we just talked about that drive we had with the penalties, we kicked the ball back. I think the Patriots came down and scored, and that was before halftime, and then they came back out and scored after halftime. So that's 14 points right there that you can come down. And I'm not blaming it on the defense at all, but we have to be better as an offense, man. We have to keep our defense off. Our defense played a hell of a game, man. 4 sacks against Tom Brady, an interception. I mean, our defense played a pretty good game until, we're 3 and out.